So I'll be honest, I didn't like 12 Monkeys very much. I was joking earlier when I was telling Ed, like, I'm gonna like Looper more, but I genuinely ended up liking Looper more.
I just don't think you had enough time to get into.
No, wait. No, wait. We're not talking about 12 Monkeys. We're gonna talk about my weekend, which is I went to France, also I'm back, and then I got stuck in France after the train broke down, and I met an Italian woman, and we fell in love.
All in the span of a weekend.
Yes, the woman was only for a day, but yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep, we're gonna talk about romance movies.
Welcome to Reshoot, amateurs in no suits. Too many movies to explore. Ruthie, Hector, and Ed, laughter till the end. Let's see something never done before.
Alright, so yeah, we're not talking about 12 Monkeys because I am terrible with my time. So we're gonna talk about romance movies and what makes them good and ones that we like. And mine was the plot for one of them.
Nice.
My little intro thing. Not supposed to be in the podcast.
All right. Who wants to start?
Who wants to start? I'll start with.
Well, should we explain first? Let's explain the podcast. Let's explain what we normally do, and then what we're actually doing right now.
Yeah. Okay.
New listeners.
On this episode.
Also our names. Our
Yes.
names would be good.
Also our names. Yes. Hello, I am one of your hosts, ED.
Erectile dysfunction?
I mean, no, but okay.
I'm Ed Hector.
I'm Heartbreak Hector at your service.
Okay, my name's Ruthie. I was trying to do a portmanteau of both of your names, and it would be funny.
Okay. Oh, like a shipping name?
Not intentional.
Because that fits with today's episode.
Oh. Speaking of butchering names, there's this color combination in Magic the Gathering, blue-black, which is called Demir. And then my friend, since I bought another Demir deck, my friend's like Edemir.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Edemir. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so talking about romance because, let's start over. So, usually in this podcast, we talk about a movie that we all watched or rewatched, and we find a way to reshoot the movie, which is a common thing that happens to movies, to make them better, objectively, obviously. But I'm terrible with my time, and was not able to watch 12 Monkeys sober, at least. So, we're talking about romance movies and what makes them good, because we're all kind of in the mood because we started watching Time Traveler's Wife and that kind of stuff.
The show.
Yeah. The show Time Traveler's Wife, but also listen to our Time Traveler's Wife podcast about the movie with Eric Bana, who I think is more attractive than the guy in the show.
Take that back. We are all Theo James stands here. You take that back.
Controversial.
I mean, he's fine, but like Eric Bana's daddy, like literally daddy material. Cut that out.
I'm not.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about romance movies and what we think makes them good, bad, and ugly.
I just thought about ones I like and why I like and what makes them good.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about necessarily romance movies. Most of the movies I picked weren't even like romance movies. It was like, what makes a good couple, especially like a leading couple.
Yeah. Do you think the couple in Marriage Story makes a?
I've never seen it.
I haven't seen Marriage Story. I don't want to see Marriage Story.
I haven't. I keep forgetting to.
It's called Marriage Story, but it's
about divorce.
More divorce story, yeah. Like a Revolutionary Road. I know I haven't seen that movie, but I know it's similar to Marriage Story in that way. But yeah, I'm gonna start with my little side tangent, or the cold open thing. I was referencing a movie called Before Sunrise. It's actually a trilogy. It's called the Before Trilogy, with Before Sunrise, Sunset, and then Midnight. Before Sunset and Before Midnight. all with Ethan Hawke and I'm forgetting her name.
Nice. Nailed it.
Isn't
I don't
it?
know.
Feminism.
Yeah, this is a thing that I've realized that I don't remember female actors' names, which is really bad.
Nice.
Isn't it Scarlett Johansson?
Or Uma Thurman.
This okay. Before Sunrise came out in 1995. Okay,
Okay.
it's Julie Delpy.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
That's fair, dude. I've never heard of
Julie
her.
Delpy. Yeah, she's in.
Oh, she looks cute.
She's an American Werewolf in Paris.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Yeah, but there's the American Werewolf in London, which is the better one.
Looks like she's been on. Oh, she was in Age of Ultron.
I think she was. Yeah, she was the doctor. That's where I've seen her. She was the one who was working on the vibranium.
Mm,
I think it's been years since I've seen that movie.
She was in ER for only 7 episodes.
Okay, so
ER.
let's guys.
Before we
We're
get into
Anyway.
another Sunlock.
Before we get into another Stunlock, yeah, I believe that is the trilogy is a very realistic, like, love story because it is tragic and it is very spoilers, obviously. In the first movie, Ethan Hawke's character, I forget his name, and Cecile Julie Delpy, they meet in a train. Ethan Hawke's an American. I think she's Italian or something like that. She's European at least. They meet at a train and they both get out at the same stop for a reason. I forget why. Anyways, they spend the entire day together there and they try to connect to meet back in that place exactly 1 year from there, or like a month or a couple months or something. And then they leave and the movie ends. And then the next movie happens and it's 9 years later. And
Was it 9 IRL years?
yes, that's another really cool fact about this trilogy is every movie is 9 years later part, and they filmed every movie 9 years later, and they released it 9 years later.
There's another romance movie that I've heard. I haven't seen it. I only saw like the climax of the movie. But it was like the leading couple, they met in this one place and they promised each other they'd meet in X amount of time. And then the girl goes to the place, I think it was like at the top of the Empire State Building or something, or the Eiffel Tower, whatever. She gets up there, he's not waiting for her, he must have fallen in love with someone else. She leaves and the camera pans and it's like the guy's in a wheelchair, he was in an accident, so it wasn't wheelchair accessible. It was an older movie. It was in black and white.
Yeah.
Did you guys
No.
know what I'm talking about?
I want to see that now.
I don't want to see. Yeah, I want to see it also. But this one is kind of like that also, where in the second movie, you find out that Ethan Hawke's character has written a book about that day, and he got pretty famous off that book. And he's doing a tour with the book, doing some readings and stuff, and Cecile, Julie Delpy, shows up. And you find out that he's married, he has a son, he moved on, and because he showed up, she did not.
Oof.
And the reason she did not show back up there is because it's really cool because it's almost sounds like a throwaway line in the first movie that Cecile's grandmother was very sick. When she was supposed to leave to go there, or like a little bit before she was supposed to leave to meet him, her grandmother died. So she had to deal with all of that and like helping all of that, and she couldn't make it.
Oh.
So when Ethan Hawke showed back up and she wasn't there, he's like, oh, she doesn't actually love me, and he moved on, got married, had a kid. And then what made me not like Ethan Hawke's character very much is that the second movie is real time, 1 hour and a half. Real time. Like filmed, this is what happens in an hour and a half. He chooses to miss his flight and stay with Cecile. And I'm like,
bruh.
You're married, you have like I think a 2-year-old son?
Oh no.
And he decides to miss his flight and stay there, and that's where the second movie ends.
Oh no.
Third movie is 9 years later, and he's with Cecile, and they have twin daughters now, and he's divorced, obviously. Uh, and you find out that he got punished for staying with Cecile pretty badly by his ex-wife. And yeah, I just think it's a very, very interesting love story there, and Ethan Hawke's character is not a good person.
So what makes it interesting?
It's real. It feels real. Like this is like what people would actually do. Like, I mean, it's a little bit of a fairy tale of like meeting someone you fall in love with for one day, all in Europe when you're just there for a trip or something. But like the other two movies, especially the argument and the scene in the third movie, are very, very real. Like depictions of what love and marriage is like. In my opinion, it feels so real, so much more than random chick flicks like Time Traveler's Wife or About Time. Well, About Time isn't a chick flick, but other romance movies like that are very. I think it's a little bit romanticized.
Yeah.
The romance in it, and this one is just shit. And it sucks, and yeah, really good trilogy. I suggest you guys. I should suggest our listeners and you guys to watch the trilogy. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I just feel that whole thing is so interesting. Yeah. But it still has the little fairy tale aspect that you need for a good romance, I think.
I don't know. I feel like even in real romances, there's always like that one little fairy tale
Yeah.
element to it, right? I mean,
Real
like,
life for real life romances too.
Yeah.
yeah, like Hector and I are high school sweethearts. That's not like a
Mm.
typical thing, but it happened for
Mm.
us, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm an optimist and a romantic at heart.
Yeah, I guess. It can feel that way. But that's my input on that for now. What about you guys? What movies do you like that have romance in it or anything like that?
Ruthie, do you want to go for one?
Ooh, do I bring up the couple that I'd like to talk about, or the couple I like, or the couple I don't? That's the question.
Ed talked about a couple he liked. How about you talk about one you don't, maybe?
Okay. I didn't like the romantic couple. I didn't like the pair of Doctor Strange and Claire. Or was it Claire?
Yeah. Wow, that's an interesting take. I forget they're a couple. Yeah.
I know, right? Honestly, it would have felt better if they were just like colleagues. They didn't. They had like one thing in common together.
When
They
they
were
had
doctors.
when the What If had more of a good romance in that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what if was actually good about that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt like Strange's character, in one especially, he did feel a lot more like aromantic, but like
Mhm.
not really, because technically he was supposed to be in some kind of relationship with Claire, but he seemed more preoccupied with his own issues. Obviously, that's why his relationship failed, but like, there's got to be like
Preoccupied with
with himself, with fixing
ego.
his
Yeah.
yeah, fixing his hands, his ego, whatever.
Well, before
And
he
then
broke his hands, it was about his ego.
yeah, well, even the second part after he broke his hands, it was also about his ego.
Oh, cool fun fact. In later Marvel movies after the Doctor Strange movie, like Doctor Strange's hands do shake.
Mhm.
Oh, neat.
Yes, I did notice that.
Yeah. They still shake.
Yeah.
They're still.
They're always
Anyways,
broken.
Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't. It's not that they didn't have like some kind of rapport. I don't know what about their relationship just struck out to me as like bad, but like
The
they
fact that
didn't.
they
They
didn't
didn't.
seem like a couple.
They didn't
They
seem
didn't
like a
feel
couple. They didn't seem like a team.
it
like.
felt like, well, I think part of it's just like they wanted to focus more on the adventure and action, so they kind of put her on the sideline.
Yeah, which is a shame because isn't that Rachel McAdams?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
she keeps dating time travelers.
Yeah.
She keeps dating time travelers.
I actually also didn't like the more I think about it, Time Traveler's Wife is fun, it's interesting. I don't like the main couple because like
Movie or show? There's a big difference.
The show I'm liking a little bit better because they are kind of growing. Yeah, I guess that's why. Time Traveler's Wife, the movie, I didn't like that movie because there wasn't growth. It was just kind of like all happy fun times. And then the miscarriage stuff, and she cheated on him with him.
Ha! She wasn't actually cheating, though, was she?
I don't, I don't know. I don't know if
I
they
don't
made that
count.
rule
It's
between
not
the two of
cheating.
them.
It's the same. It's the same person.
But
But
did
like,
she and her husband
like,
did they talk about it beforehand?
hey,
No.
no. By the way, how would you feel, Ruthie, if?
Careful.
Yeah,
Okay,
hold on.
if Hector could time travel and the possibility of a younger Hector appearing, I would say it would be cheating for me to sleep with him because I'm married
Mm,
to this one. So I feel like she was
but
cheating, especially because uh, Henry didn't know and didn't give his okay in any way, shape, or
Not
form.
gonna lie, 19-year-old me, if I time traveled now, I would just try to get it.
hold up.
You're a better person than me. Younger me would try to get it.
Wait, but like, wouldn't he remember?
Oh yeah, I would.
He would
Well,
remember.
he didn't know when. He didn't know when. He didn't know when it would happen. Like
Oh
specifically the
yeah, he
day.
didn't know when, because she didn't tell him. It's like, wait, you cheated on me? I don't know
I
how
don't
I would
think.
feel.
I
If
think I
I
would
was
be
the
fine
time
with it.
traveler and that happened to me, I don't know how I would feel.
Yeah,
I'd be like, that's kind of weird, but okay.
no, I feel like that would be in if the reverse happened, I would say you're married to me. You're not married to that floozy. You're married to me,
Why are you
mister.
looking at me while you're saying this? It feels
I'm saying
awkward.
no, I'm just
I feel
saying
like I'm in trouble
you're not in
here.
trouble.
I'm in trouble for doing nothing.
It's like when the meme of like wife has bad dream about husband, wakes him
Oh,
up. What the fuck did you do?
and apparently that actually like happens. Like if you have a dream where somebody that makes a dumb decision, you just unconsciously are mean to them. Just
I got no.
because
It's
of the
happened. I
dream.
freaked out. I had one. I got scared of Ruthie for like the whole day.
Wait,
I'm
when
scared
was
of
this?
Ruthie.
Wow. No, I was scared. No, I was scared for Ruthie. My bad.
Oh,
What do you mean
You
scared for
died or
me?
something in a
Oh,
dream, and I freaked out the whole day.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, let's bring this back.
Time Traveler's Wife, it is a romance movie. I don't think it does romance well. Controversial opinion, I don't know if a lot of romance movies actually fully get the romance stuff, especially like uh the trope of like the guy keeps asking until the girl says yes. Not cool. That's not romantic. Stop.
that's
If
harassing.
you're think if you are considering asking pulling some of this notebook bullshit, don't. I
Still haven't seen the Notebook.
take advice from a local woman. I might not be local, but I am a woman. Don't. Just don't.
Just don't
Just don't.
take no for the answer and just walk away.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe you taking no in a cool way will be like, ooh, for her.
Yeah.
And if not, that's okay too.
Yeah. Just don't be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Really, it's not that hard.
Don't be an
Um,
incel.
Don't be an
be
incel. That's another good one. Don't do that.
So what? So your whole thing is that
I think couples that I guess I kind of lumped a couple things. Couples who can act like a team together, couples who grow together, and get rid of the romance bullshit, the harassing bullshit.
okay.
Yeah, don't
yeah,
do that.
I will actually come back and say that yeah, in the Before trilogy they definitely at least in the third movie they are a team for the most part.
That's good.
What you got for us?
I got a few movies and I have a few points. Which one do you want? Should I just?
First one.
Okay. So I'm gonna give some examples that aren't just movies or shows.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I actually do enjoy is if they both have interests outside of the romance.
Yes, when they are actual people outside of
Yes.
just being in love with each other.
If there's a not new, but there's a newer manga called Blue Box where it's a guy who has who plays badminton, and he has a crush on a girl who plays basketball on her team, and he feels like he only has a year to ask her out because she'll be leaving the country in a year, but he wants to get his own goals done first, and it's a very
Didn't he only pick up badminton to like
No,
impress her?
no.
Oh, I thought that was the case.
No, he just really likes badminton. Like, no, he just. But the whole point is, like, they both grow together. Like, there's at the current timeline, they're still not dating. I am 100% sure there's a hint of a love triangle. There's a bit of a love triangle, but it's actually done well. I'm not going to go into that. The point is, they're growing, and I think those are going to be the main couple. But yeah, no, I think because like even if like let's say he gets stuck on the romance, you still have the badminton and the romance. They keep kind of growing together and intertwining in interesting ways where it doesn't feel forced. Stuff like that just works, I think, better.
Yeah, and it's actually extremely similar to La La Land.
God damn it! Why did I forget you were gonna pick?
I picked this topic. I shouldn't have. I knew he was gonna. I should have known. I was a fool.
Well, I wasn't gonna talk about it, but that manga that he's reading is very similar to La La Land, where they have their romance and whatever, but they also have their passion with jazz and acting, and they do grow together. Like literally, Emma Stone's character literally says, like, I like jazz because of you now.
I wish Ruthie would say the same.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna say La La Land.
There was one reason I will watch La La Land. One way you can get me to watch La La Land.
You guys haven't seen it?
I've seen it. I watched it with
have
you.
not.
I cried. Remember?
Oh, shit,
I was tearing up.
You did watch it with me.
I teared up like right, and I looked at you like, "Why are you making me watch this?"
Yeah.
No, how do you watch it, Ruthie?
I would watch it for this podcast only to watch it, only to make Ed suffer.
Only to make Ed suffer?
Yes.
Oh, because you have to fix it.
Because
he has to fix it. God damn it.
Oh shit! I can't fix that movie.
I could actually. I could.
No, it's in my top 5, so it's hard.
Audience, to give context, I cannot stand jazz music, and I have heard from outside sources La La Land is in fact a jazz music place, so I don't want to watch it.
Barely has jazz. It's more like musical.
No, it does not. Don't say it. No, there's a lot of jazz. There's a lot of jazz. It's just different styles of jazz.
Yeah, it's a different sound of jazz because it's a musical for that. I don't know.
Jazz has a very wide amount of inspirations. I'm not going to get into this. I'm going to be good. Okay.
We could spend the entire podcast length for just Hector talking about jazz. Trust me, I've heard it.
I love you. All right. That's mine. Ed, your turn.
My turn for another romance movie that I've seen. Whoa. Oh, let's talk about actual chick flicks, because Ruthie brought it up. And I think that the chick flick that's really bad is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
My mom loves this movie.
She's going to hear this.
Okay, it is so toxic. That shit is so toxic. And I think that's the biggest thing about one of my biggest peeves about like relationships and stuff is when people aren't being clear with their intentions and they play fucking games. Like the stupid trope, or maybe a trope, of when you ask your significant other if it's okay for you to do this, and then they say yes when they actually don't want you to do that. Like, why even, like, if you say you can go do this, I'm gonna go do that. You're just shooting yourself in the foot. Don't play games. Like, honestly. It's so dumb.
No, communication is very important.
True.
Yeah. And, like, I know How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is like funny and stuff, but like still, it's just the game part about it is dumb.
Pro tip:
And
don't do that.
don't do
What he
that.
just
Don't
said.
play
Yeah.
games. Yeah. No one's a mind reader. And yeah, I think the movie itself though, like when they first met and started dating, they were actually it was actually pretty good. That stuff. And then at the end when she realizes like, oh shit, I'm actually in love with this dude. Yeah. It's a terrible movie, in my opinion. It's got Matthew McConaughey though.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Is that where it has the picture of him taking a deep puff of a cigarette? Is that where that movie's from?
No. Wait,
Okay.
like the
No,
one
it's like he's looking like real nervous. Like
what? I don't know.
never mind. I'll show you the meme later. Forget it.
I can find the meme.
That's so you don't like it when they're toxic, and you want clear communication.
Yeah, clear communication. Crazy Rich Asians also was pretty cool. They looked
Haven't
like
seen that
the Crazy Rich Asians is like a very good example of a healthy relationship. They are 100% a team, and like he supports her and she supports him, even though she needs more support with dealing with his crazy rich Asian parents. And yeah, just I think that's another very good.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, Crazy Rich Asians is also a very good example. I don't remember specific scenes about it, but
That's okay. I want to watch the movie. You're fine. You don't have to. You don't have to have any specifics. It's fine.
yeah,
It's
a
fine.
really good movie.
I know. I want to watch
Talking
it.
about it.
I didn't want to watch it.
I do. I keep forgetting that I want to watch it, but I want to watch it.
Okay, we can watch sometime.
Okay, and can I talk about what annoys me about romance movies sometimes,
Sure.
or like romance in movies? How sometimes they're oblivious to obvious attraction cues, like Shang-Chi.
I know exactly why. I know.
Shang-Chi was meant to be ambiguous.
It was, I know, but because
so
I can.
do you see
I
how
know what.
Aquafina looked at him when his shirt was off?
I mean, to be fair, I looked at him like that when his shirt was off. So like,
No, but I know why that happens. That's not like a character thing. That's the screenwriters being like, we have to telegraph it, right? But like,
Yeah.
it's too soon in the script, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. Ignore it. Put a pin in it. Save it for later.
Oh, dude, and you know what's one of the worst offenders for this? Attack on Titan.
don't. We're stopping there. We're stopping there. Can I give my not my fix, but like my thing that makes that trope okay?
I'd love to hear it.
It's I've seen this before where it's like, oh no, they're not oblivious. They're both just too scared to act on it, and they're too self-conscious, and they don't know that, or they don't know, and they don't want to give the wrong impression.
Shoot your shot.
Yes, but we need a story to keep going, and you want to also have growth. This is a good way to implement it, I think, because if they have, because then it gives them a chance to grow and be better.
Annoying for me. This is cringy and annoying.
Oh, I know. It's common in anime, but
if you're gonna do that trope, it works better if your characters are not very confident in themselves.
Yes,
and like not very or like maybe either not introspective enough or too introspective.
Preferably not too introspective, it's a little too close to home. AKA how you and I started dating. Now go on.
But yeah, if you don't have those two elements, it does stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. Which is cringy and annoying. And I hate how that's kind of like a trope that is very common in a lot of these movies that have romance involved or something along those lines. I honestly think anime and manga are like some of the biggest offenders just in general.
I mean, keep in mind, most of the anime and manga is meant for high schoolers, and it's meant to last over a certain period of time. So, like, we're not gonna get it as often. There's a few adult ones, not adult in like the sex stuff, but like actually adult kind of romances.
Like, it meant for an adult like audience.
Yeah, like there's one I've heard that's like it all takes place in an office building, Can't remember the name right now, but like
man,
stuff like
I
that.
want to read that.
It's good though. But the point is like that's a bit more different. Like those, it's just you gotta look for the right audience for it, Ed, or the right audience demographic.
Your Lie in April is also a bad one for that.
I haven't seen that one yet. Don't you fucking dare! I keep forgetting to watch it.
Anyways,
watch half of it and then just stop there.
Since Ed was talking about a pet peeve, this kind of plays into the pet peeve, but I also mentioned this in our episode in Time Traveler's Wife. Maybe you should listen to that if you haven't already. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
This is the second time we've told them to listen to Time Traveler's Wife.
It's a good episode, dude.
I'm proud of my fix.
Yeah, we did good work. Anyways, pining. That's like the key thing to...
Fuck you.
What?
I was gonna do that one. Keep going.
That is what I'm talking about, though, right? Is the pining.
But it's what you're talking about is a very subset of pining, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, let's talk about a movie that really delves into pining without using the oblivious trope to prolong it endlessly. 50 First Dates. I've been begging Hector and his mom would love this movie. I've been begging the both of them to watch it for ages.
I keep forgetting to.
I know, it's so good. But, and I've also talked about it in Time Traveler's Wife. In that movie, Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, they're the leading couple. The premise is Drew Barrymore's character, 3 years ago, she had a terrible accident and she has amnesia. Not the kind of amnesia where she doesn't know who she is. She knows exactly who she is. It's just every night when she goes to sleep, she forgets, her brain just resets to the day of the accident. So Adam Sandler every day, after he meets her, tries to get her to fall in love with him. 50 First Dates. It doesn't have to lean into the oblivious trope because he has to try and make her fall in love with him again. She just doesn't quite have the memory that he has. The pining.
Yeah, that sounds sad.
Yeah.
It's such a good movie. It's my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
That's because you haven't seen Uncut Gems. Anyways.
Well, I don't think I'd like Uncut Gems.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah. I think having a healthy dose of pining, especially in a romance movie, if you learn how to balance that balance on the tightrope of pining, it can get you a very long way.
I think a cousin to pining that I really enjoy, and I think what can make the romance really good, and you can see this in I'm going to give two different movies, but they both have both do the same thing for different reasons, but I think it works out well, is love interests, trying to learn more about the other, whether on purpose or not. Like Your Name. I'm not going to say anything because I want both of you guys to watch it. Neither of you have watched it. And also, it's the best Shinkai film. Don't at me. Stop. They're both trying to learn more about the other. Not always, but like just a little bit, and it kind of gets them a better understanding. And I think that leads to a better romance. Your Name has that. And another one that I think does it well is I Want You Back.
I love that movie.
I love it too. It's one of the funniest films. Ed, you would love this movie.
It's so good.
I Want You Back.
It's on Amazon. It's Charlie Day.
Charlie Day and Jenny Slate. She plays
I know that
Mona
one.
Lisa in Parks and Rec.
It's really good, Ed. It's hilarious.
I know that one.
But yeah, like they end up learning more about the other, and they're both like in that one they encourage each other to do. Like again, they have interest, but it's also like they like learning more about the other person and pushing them, and they're a good couple for that. Your Name be more vague because like I don't want to spoil for you guys.
Yeah. I Want You Back. I always forget the name of that movie. I don't know why, it just doesn't stick in my brain, but the two of them, like, they start out as being friends in a very real way. And, yeah, I don't know. It's just so good. And there is pining, and it's not like...
They don't even realize it.
Yeah. It's not that they're oblivious to the other person; it's oblivious to their own feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that shit. I eat it up.
It's
yum yum.
You can tell the thing about the movie. It's a good movie because like everything that's gonna happen from the beginning. Like it's super obvious, but it just does it so well.
But you just enjoy the ride the whole genuine. Way. It's so good.
Also, it's really funny. Like one of my favorite lines in any movies in that movie is in that film.
Are they bullying you because your dad's gay? Both my dads are gay.
Both my dads are gay. But why is the rum gone?
What are you bringing up? Pirates.
That's one of my favorite lines. Like ever.
Oh, okay.
Why is the rum gone? And then she goes off on a tangent. But why is the rum gone?
I guess that's to go off yours. But
yeah.
I have a few more I can say for later. It's Ed's turn.
What about Swan and the pirates romance?
Oh, dude chugs his respect women juice every day.
Bathes in it.
In a time where that's not common. Also,
wait, what? Excuse me? Like Orlando
Turner.
Bloom's character,
Will
right?
Turner.
Yeah.
Will Turner drinks his respect women juice, and he really respects Elizabeth Swann from the get-go. Yeah. He wants to rescue her because he loves her, not because she's a weak woman.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very...
Yeah, there's like a...
That's true. I never felt... And she doesn't really need the help either, because she can just do stuff herself, and she shows that she can.
I think a part of the reason as well that he wanted to rescue her, other than his own feelings, wasn't her father the person who saved his life?
Yeah. Also, dude came prepared. Like, the day when he dressed up to confess to her, like, damn, dude had drip. Like,
yeah. And yeah, then the thing is that, like, they know that they like each other.
Sorta. Right? They never officially say it, but they do.
In the first movie, though, like, you can tell, and it's not cringy either, because she's aware. At least she seems aware that Will Turner likes her a lot.
I think she likes him back, but it's the social standing that's holding them apart, because she engaged to another guy who's like of the same social status.
Oh right, I think so. It's been years.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the movie in years either.
We need to rewatch it.
Yeah. We need to have a Pirates movie marathon.
Only the first three, please.
Yeah.
The one with Javier Bardem, Dead Men Tell No Tales, is actually not half bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Is that the one where they go to there's mermaids and they're trying to find El Dorado?
Yes.
I saw that one. No. And I was so confused because I haven't seen the... What?
No. That's the Fountain of Youth one. That's
the Fountain of Youth.
That's number 4. I'm saying number 5 is decent.
Wait.
Javier Bardem. The one with the...
I've never seen... I thought 5 was the worst.
4 is the worst. The one with Blackbeard's terrible.
Okay, we're not going to talk about pirates right now. Unless it pertains to romance.
Also,
Johnny Depp and his bottle of rum.
I do also feel that the love triangle between Swan, Jack, and Will it works.
There is no triangle.
What love triangle?
No,
I've only seen
literally
the first
kissed him just to get him chained up so the Kraken would eat him.
But
there is
in the second movie there was that thing of the fucking compass when she held it just pointed to him.
Because he wants
a coincidence, but it still made her doubt herself. It was a good fake out. Yes, but it was a good fake out is the thing, though, in my opinion. Yeah, like, maybe it wasn't a love triangle, but it was a good fake out. And it was kind of like, there's no way.
Unless.
Fan fiction is a path that many consider unnatural.
What, you don't want to hear about my Obi-Wan Kenobi Jar Jar Binks ship? Slow burn?
I am very interested in this, actually.
Yeah.
Who just went? Ed
just went.
Okay.
It said pirates.
Okay, two sides of the same coin. These are the last two that I can really think of what makes a good couple. When I think of a good couple in TV, cinematic, movie history, like film as a whole, I gotta go with the classics. Morticia and Gomez Adams.
From?
The Adams Family?
Oh, no.
Have you not seen The Adams Family?
I have. I just didn't remember their names. And
Okay.
Adams, for some reason, did not trigger anything in my brain.
Da-da-da-da.
Shut up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm specifically talking about the 90s movies, the Adams Family and then Adams Family Values.
I've never seen those.
I've
seen the original show.
Okay, I haven't seen the original show, but those movies, Doc Brown plays Festus.
Oh, I'm gonna watch them now. Okay, that you got me hooked.
Yeah,
okay.
just that. But Morticia and Gomez, their devotion to each other throughout the whole show, it is breathtaking to watch. The actors who played both of those characters did an amazing job. Maybe it's too close to the you have to act like a team that I was saying earlier, but like if you want a good romance, if you want a good leading couple, you gotta show a little bit of romance sometimes and like
passion,
passion, especially for each other.
Passion, yes.
On the flip side, the Twilight series.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Mom. I know you're listening. I know you're about to give me a look, but hear me out. The Twilight series, I think what fails it is that, especially Bella, has no passion in her life except for Edward, and it's super unhealthy, and it pulls me out of the story, because it's like...
Is the book better about it? Or no?
Worse. Worse, I would argue.
Lord.
Because
so
keep in mind...
the only character value is that she's in love with Edward. And sometimes Jacob.
She has weird feelings about Jacob. It's not quite love. She can't quite place it. But it's like...
But in the movie, she says that she loves Jacob. She just loves Edward more.
I mean, everyone loves their brother-in-law. Anyway.
Her son-in-law.
Son-in-law. God damn it! I fucked up my own joke.
Do you want to try it one more
time? Oh shit! That's right.
Yeah. No. In the book, it kind of explores. In the book, it explores it more, where it's like she deeply cares for Jacob, but it's not the same kind of romantic love like she has for Edward. Especially in New Moon, she's super buddies with him, and he's trying to be in love with not trying. He is in love with her, and
her blood smells good.
What?
Because
Jacob?
her blood smells good. No, what? Wait, hold up. Sorry.
I was talking about Jacob.
You're talking about Jacob? No, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about Edward. Oopsie.
No. But yeah, like the two of them, they kind of don't have a lot of going on in their lives. In the book, it kind of goes more into Bella's like history, and it kind of seems like she was parentified by her mom. She was like turned into her mom's therapist, so she's kind of like she doesn't have great emotion. She's not in a great emotional state. But yeah,
she doesn't have any emotions.
Well, yeah, because she's been a vessel for her mother's emotions and her mother's happiness.
So
yeah.
Isn't her mom like a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, so I'm confused. So
what? Actually pretty cool.
Okay, I get it now. So the passion, right?
Yeah, like care for each other, but don't make that the defining feature of the character, especially if the character is one, your narrator, two, your lead couple. This isn't Sims. You don't have your sim and then the spouse sim. I've been playing way too much Sims.
You've been playing a lot of Sims.
I've been playing so much Sims.
You only play Sims, it seems like.
No, she doesn't. Me. She doesn't. But like a new expansion came out, and it's been like the last week.
Yeah, and I think that you can feel that passion with Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann.
Yes, but the two of them are complex characters with a lot of depth. With how they're complicated, they feel more like people.
Yes, that's what they need to be. They need to be people.
Yeah.
Crazy Rich Asians does that too. And I keep bringing it up because I know you don't want me to talk about it, Ruthie.
Wait, what?
No, she doesn't want you to spoil. She doesn't want you spoiled.
Oh yeah.
Crazy Rich Asians has that like they're separate people too.
That's good.
You know who else has that? You know what other couple has that? Sebastian and Mia. La La Land.
Blink, blink,
La
blink.
Land.
Oh.
All right.
Sebastian and Mia.
I will never know.
I will literally Clockwork Orange you to watch La La Land.
Don't. That's a really messed up take. Fuck it. That's weird as shit.
If you get to do that to me for La La Land, I'm absolutely gonna do that to you for Nacho Libre.
Why haven't you guys picked Nacho Libre yet?
What?
Because we can't fix the movie. You can't fix perfection, Ed. You can't fix perfection.
That's the only way I'll watch it. JK, actually, I watch Nacho Libre. You watch La La Land.
I'm down. I win. I win. I come in on top, baby. Let's do this.
Ruthie, deal?
Sure, you first.
I'm gonna watch Nacho Libre. I'm gonna watch it because
Okay.
Top 5 movie of mine.
Okay.
Okay. I have. How do I go with this one? Can I say my short one and then my longer one?
Yeah.
My short one: characters who have who get some good chemistry or gain one over time, hits it off. I Want You Back is one. My weird takes is Hot Fuzz and RRR. My God, the chemistry is through the fucking roof.
Hot Fuzz?
Yeah.
There's a romance in that?
Sort of.
Hector gave me a fun fact today.
So I learned this today from another podcast. It was the what's the name of the podcast? Comfort Films podcast. Shout out to them. They are really their podcast is really cozy in a nice way. I love it. With Hot Fuzz, supposedly the Nick Angel, the main character, was gonna have a love interest. They scrapped it, and they gave all her lines to Butterworth. And they changed almost none of the lines.
Amazing.
So, while yes, it's a bromance.
Shame.
Yeah. So while it's a bromance, and so is RRR, I don't know. There's just something about the chemistry and like the caring
for the bromance
that I think. I don't know. I feel like some bromances could count. Like, yeah, they're not like romantic, but there's still like a love there.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I mean, if you want to get technical with it, like, there's like other languages, like Greek has so many different words that convey the broad concept of love, but like the little minute differences.
Yeah, I think bromances count. And yeah, now that I think about Hot Fuzz, yeah, like I can see that being a thing.
So for my bigger one though, and my last, well, I have one more after that I can go later, but I feel like the power dynamic between the two has to be equal from the start. They may not be in the same maybe social position or class position, but at least with like
within the relationship, they have to treat each other as equals.
Yes, whether that means they hate each other in the beginning, or they don't, or they like each other in the beginning, they have to be treated as equals. Like, you can't have one from the get-go have a more power in the dynamic. Like, I would argue, sorry again, but Twilight. Because isn't he very controlling of her?
No.
Edward?
No, he's not. He's actually not.
Or is it Jacob?
No,
No.
It's a lot more like devoted to her safety.
Okay, never mind. I take that back. I misread.
Okay. In New Moon, you could argue he's the most controlling because he just unilaterally decides, "I'm too dangerous for you. I'm going to leave."
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's just that, like, Edward is like a super sub for her.
He really is. Honestly, Bella calls the shots in their relationship.
So to not look bad, let me think of another. God damn it! Give me a second. Let me go through my.
Can I give you a few suggestions that I'm just thinking off the top of my head where you can rationalize? The Twilight ripoff. Oh geez, 50 Shades of Grey. That is technically a romance movie.
That was the one I was thinking of. I knew it. I was like, it's not. Was it Twilight or the spinoff? But thank you, or the ripoff. Thank you. It
Wait,
was
50 Shades of Grey is a ripoff of Twilight?
It was originally Twilight fan fiction. Then she got it published, so she filed off the serial numbers and she changed the names. It's. I thought it was common
It
knowledge.
was a Twilight fan fiction?
yeah.
Edward and
There's
Bella.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that was thank you.
Yeah.
I love you. That was
Oh
thank
my
you.
god. That's so fucking funny. I never
Yeah.
knew that.
Yeah, no, that's one. Like he's rich, he's powerful. He makes her sign an agreement to be for her to be the sub in the relationship. But at the same time, he doesn't get the sub is supposed to. From a little I know about BDSM from people I know, it's
Do they have a
supposed
safe
to
word?
be the sub. Huh?
Do they ever bring up the safe word talk in the movies? Do
No.
you know?
You've seen them?
I read the book.
Or the books? Do they ever talk about a safe word?
I don't think so. It's
So
not
bad
good. It's not good.
representation. Bad
They don't even have
representation.
good. There's no aftercare. There's no like consent talk. There's no like safe word. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
crazy hard.
three no-nos of BDSM.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like you can't have a legit good romance off of that when one of them has the power over them so strongly. And I'm not saying like morally, I'm just saying like story wise, because like a lot of people will sense that, and it's like you said, right? Like again, the sub technically is supposed to have more of the power because they can stop it whenever they want. But in this case, no. So
It's like for BDSM, it's like the illusion of power and the illusion of not having power, but they both have power, basically, kind of, I think. But the sub has definitely more power. But yeah, I'll tell you that if I ever have a movie career, I'm gonna make 50 Shades of Grey, but it's gonna be a positive example of BDSM. I'm gonna make a movie like that, but it's gonna be a positive example.
A billionaire decides he wants to be a sub.
Yeah, but they're just gonna have the consent talk and safe word and what's the other thing you said?
Consent. Yeah.
Aftercare. That's right. Yeah.
Do you want to see my game room? And it's just like a whole thing of arcade games and like a PS6.
My playroom.
Oh, Playroom. That was
yeah.
it. Okay. I've only seen the meme where it's like, you want to see
it.
my Playroom? And it's like a bunch of video games.
You want to see my dungeon?
You go inside, it's just like a whole bunch of like D&D material. And like,
it's Joe Bernthal's D&D basement with the dragon head and like signed books by Gary Gygax.
Wait, John Bernthal?
No, the Joe Manamana who looks like John Bernthal, and I always mix them up.
Joe Manganiello, the guy who played Flash, the bully in the original Spider-Man movie.
He was on Colbert, and the two of them were talking about D&D.
He was Deathstroke in the Snyder Cut.
Yeah,
he was.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. He played a 1-on-1 with Matt Mercer that I saw.
He also played with the Critical Role crew this year.
What?
Yeah,
with the whole crew.
Yeah, he brought the actual sword from Lord of the Rings. He has the actual version of it. Like actually from the movie.
Yeah.
Is it like a one shot? Like where can I watch this?
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It's a one shot for charity. I think it's the same charity too.
Dang.
I think that's why the Batman thing works is because even though he did kind of have the upper hand, like the romance between Batman and Catwoman.
Oh, are you talking about the new one from this year?
Yes, Batman.
Okay, yeah.
My favorite Batman movie because he kind of had the whole thing by knowing her secret identity and being weird and spying on her. That part's not going to age well. But I think like she called him out for a bunch of stupid shit, like the stuff he was doing. Yeah. I think that's why it worked out in the end. Like she gained the equality. God, I sound like some weird Jungian psychologist. Ignore that.
May I?
Yeah.
In defense of the creepy watching her change thing, I think it's that his mind has been so warped by like, I have to be a crime-fighting vigilante. I think he's completely forgotten of the potential like sexual element of watching a woman change.
Oh, for sure. No, I knew that going in. That's why
there was like context, like set
Why
beforehand
he was watching her, yeah.
of why he's
yes,
watching.
yes.
Yeah.
No, I know. But like, I'm just saying, like, and if I don't know, I'm worried too many people are gonna take because people on. If you guys ever go on film Twitter, people have outrageously bad takes.
Yeah,
Doesn't she call him out on it also?
She never noticed. I don't think she called him out. She didn't never notice that part.
She would call him out though.
She would though, but yeah,
Yeah,
no.
she'd be like, "What? It's fucking weird."
Yeah, but no, but yeah, I think that's why it's just like he had a good example.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could talk about La La Land, but I can't.
I mean, you can.
I can.
Don't spoil it for Ruthie. She needs to watch it blind.
I already know about what happens at the end of the movie.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks.
I know that. Yeah.
Okay, don't say it out loud.
Both of you have told me. I'm pretty sure. At least one of you has told me.
Well, even if you know, I still think the impact hits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also. What's one? I'm trying to think of something. Well, let's bring up Marriage Story. I mean, it's not a good example. It's not a romance film at all. And they're falling out of love also. But, I don't know.
Are they a good leading couple, though? Can you see, like, why they were together in the first place?
Yes, but again, the guy's not a very good person, and he's also extremely controlling.
Well, I read the plot synopsis to try and see if I wanted to watch the movie. Isn't he a director and she's like an actress?
Yes.
Okay.
For plays and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's not a good example. Maybe cut that out.
Mm.
I mean, no, you can bring up a bad example to bring up a good point.
Yeah, but I don't have a good point.
Fair enough.
Do you have any more points you want to make about what makes a romance good or bad?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Maybe going into Marriage Story again, like, Marriage Story has a very, like, good reason on why they fell out of love. And stuff like that. And, I don't know, like, because it's another chick flick, like, trope, where the girl or the guy, like, gets angry over the stupidest bullshit, and then they leave, and then they come back, right? Marriage Story at least makes sense. And it makes sense why, I actually don't like how spoilers don't care for Marriage Story.
I don't care.
I don't want to watch it.
I don't like how he's still, like, he cheated, is the thing. But he cheated for a reason. Or he cheated because of, like, frustrations from that, but, like, I wish that wasn't part of the story. I wish, if I could reshoot it, I would say that he never cheated. And just show an actual couple just straight up falling out of love just because that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think that's a way, like, I know for chick flicks they have to end up together, but sometimes, yeah, it just doesn't work out. And for the romance movies where it doesn't work out, which I think is a couple, like, instead of it being for stupid reasons, there doesn't really even have to be a reason. They can just lose the passion, lose the love, and it just fizzles, basically. And that can happen.
Yeah.
And I like all that real stuff. Because, I like the Before trilogy. It's really good. I know I told you all about literally the plot of all three movies, but still, watch them.
You did say the third one.
No, he did. It's the
I did not.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
But I didn't say happens. A lot. I didn't say a lot about the third one. But I told you how the first one begins and ends, and how the second one begins and ends.
That's fine.
I told you guys about an old movie, and the only thing I know about it is like the thing that made like the climax of the movie.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I don't
The
mind knowing the
core
climax
memory
and the
of the
build-up story.
movie, the core
yeah,
memory moment.
yeah. Well, like I don't know. It technically it's not even the climax because like she leaves, camera pans to him. He's in the wheelchair. He's sad. He's like, "Oh, I couldn't go to see her again." And then the credits start rolling.
That's
It's like at the end of the movie.
Goddamn, old movies are depressing as fuck. Like I feel like they know how to better in movies sometimes in the old days.
Casablanca.
I haven't seen
I haven't
Casablanca
seen
yet.
Casablanca.
Bad example. It's weird because I think it's a good example of the a good example on how the trope of like the one that got away kind of thing, because that's what the movie's about basically. The guy's in Morocco, Casablanca, Morocco, and he has this fucking like system. It's like the path of like transporting people out of Germany basically into the U.S. And one of
Okay.
these people is the one that got away and her husband, I think. And it's really cool because like she's like all over him. It's like, remember that one night and all of that. Like I could just stay here, and then he just forces her to leave because he's like, nah, bruh, it already happened and it died, and you're marrying someone else. Fuck you, kind of shit. And I'm like, hell,
Damn.
respect, respectable.
Sigma
male.
set.
Damn it!
Sigma.
Also, I remember I googled it. The name of the movie that I keep talking about is called An Affair to Remember, and it was in 1957.
We'll probably watch that and Nacho Libre. Yeah. Oh, you know another point I want to bring up? Unneeded romance, love interest plots in movies.
Like
Love triangles?
like love triangles?
No, just like a movie that has the main character has a love interest, but it didn't even need to be there at all.
Oh, like 12 Monkeys.
12
True.
Monkeys has, oh, I guess. I mean, also, but like, I'm trying to think of an example that one that
Doctor Strange 1.
really didn't need it. Like, it was
Doctor
really
Strange 1.
forced, I guess. I don't know. Maybe, there was one recently that just like really didn't need it. It was just shoehorned in.
Looper.
I liked the romance. I didn't like the sex scene.
They
The sex
did
scene
not
did
need the
feel
romance.
forced. Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
need
They
the
did not need the romance.
It didn't need the sex scene, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's a good example for it, where love romances are forced into movies a lot.
Yeah, I guess I've made myself clear on this, but like I'd say at least half of the sex scenes in movies that I have seen do not need to be
Unneeded.
there. You could entirely unneeded, not important to the plot, not important to the characters. It's just there to make you weird and uncomfortable when you're watching a movie with your mom.
Yep. Definitely.
I said it.
Definitely. Definitely. Mm-hmm.
I have one more. Yeah, I have one more point.
You know. Never mind.
Okay. Just ignore me.
No, go ahead.
I have one more point. This is a more personal take. Ruthie has gotten me to watch some shows, mainly anime, and if the two of them don't like each other in the beginning, but then they kind of start to, if it's done well, with using 95% of the points I made of what makes a romance good.
Out of curiosity, which one are you?
I have two. I will say the names of the anime, and I'm not gonna say whether they. I'm not gonna confirm whether or not. It's just the ship. Princess Tutu. Ruthie's raising her hands up because I was so against it until about her ship until the very end. I'm like, oh fuck, I get it and I feel it now. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And the second one is Fruits Basket. Because
I've heard Fruits Basket is good.
Because I've told you to watch Fruits Basket.
it's really good.
It's so good.
I still need to finish it.
Outside of you, I've been recommended it.
Animation's gorgeous. Anyway,
Yeah.
away from all that. It's just a personal take. If they just don't like each other and then they just slowly start to like fall in love, and it's done well,
the enemies to lovers trope.
Yeah, that shit's spicy. I'm not saying enemy. I didn't want to use enemies to lovers because it's like they're not technically enemies; they're just antagonistic towards each other. But like, God, a good enemies to lovers is like the evolved form of that trope. My God.
Lamau.
Also, is it me or do sometimes romantic comedies do a better job of romance than the more serious ones?
Yeah.
Ed, what's your take on this?
Romantic comedies? Yeah. They make them seem more real usually because of the stupid bullshit that happens. However, usually in romantic comedies, the comedy comes from them being like completely unable to communicate effectively. It's all just misunderstandings and it's fucking annoying because if they just fucking talked like normal people, there would be nothing going on, and it pisses me off.
Do not watch Sweet Home Alabama.
I don't want to.
Ed, please do watch I Want You Back.
True.
I might. I don't know. But yeah,
all right.
We could try and fix
romance
Sweet Home
movies.
Alabama.
Romance movies, they're kind of bad.
I have now come out to people as I'm not come out. That's a bit of a weird term. People who have now figured out that I'm really into romance stuff. I don't watch a lot, but my God, I search for the good ones.
Guilty pleasure chick flicks.
I'm not. There's no. There's barely few guilty
I always
pleasures
feel
for me.
weird when people say like chick flicks. It feels a little like
condescending.
A little like if I'm trying to. Like but like if I'm trying to not say the word bitch, like if I'm in front of my mama, I don't want to cuss in front of my mommy. I won't say bitch. I'll say chick. So it feels weird. So like with that like subtext in mind, when I hear chick flicks, especially when people are like talking shit about chick flicks, it's like, bruh.
Yeah, people don't say the same about like stupid bro movies. Like I don't know what's a good.
I'd pick a chick flick over a bro movie though.
There you go, calling it a chick flick.
Yeah,
but no one calls like I don't know John Wick a bro movie, even though it kind of is.
I love you.
It's not.
Yeah, there's like a derogatory.
Movies. There's
not bromance. I'm talking like guns ho, like hoorah kind of movies.
But if
not John Wick. What's another one?
Testosterone filled Predator. The original.
Yeah, like shit like that. Don't ever.
But yeah, like when it's a movie about like a bromance or like something like that, it's like, oh, that's a movie for anybody. If it's a chick flick, oh, it's only for stupid girl. Like,
it's changing though.
It is changing, and I appreciate that. Just like my hackles kind of raise when people say chick flick a lot, and I am definitely.
I used to say that.
I know. I do it too.
I still do, but I'm not using it. I'm not using it in a derogatory way. I'm just. When I say chick flick, I just mean a movie that's geared towards women.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their target demographic is women. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I think for good romance, you gotta watch the Before Trilogy and La La Land.
Your Name has a really fun take on a romance.
Yeah.
Adams, family, values.
Call Me by Your Name. I forgot about that one.
No,
or
this is weird.
Or Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Oh, that's a good.
That
one.
is a good romance. Man, we didn't.
Good romance, and it really like the growth on it is really good.
The pining.
The pining. That movie's gonna age so well. Oh my God.
The pining.
Can you imagine what that movie would look like if you had like the ability to see all the colors? Like if we found a way to artificially give ourselves more cones in our eyes to give more color.
Get not bullet shrimp. What is it?
Mantis shrimp.
Mantis shrimp eyes implanted into our eyes, so we have 12
Yeah,
cones.
and then
So
just to watch Portrait.
Yeah.
Just to.
Just
Sorry,
to watch
you guys
Portrait of
do
a Lady
know
on
that.
Fire because of the colors.
Yes.
You know, Portrait
Yes,
of a
you
Lady on
guys-
Fire, the reason why it has vibrant colors is because it was filmed in 8K.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I was going to say that scene. Most theaters can't show it, all the full thing. You have to go like a select few theaters.
Yeah.
It was shot in 8K, but even then, if you just watch it in a normal theater, it's still, like, the colors still pop, and they're still very vibrant just because of the quality of the original filming. Yeah. I honestly, I've never seen more beautiful colors in a movie other than that.
Makes me want to go to the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
French coast.
what have you guys been watching?
May I go first?
Yes.
Hector and I have been watching a true crime show with Andrew Garfield you might be familiar with. It's called Under the Banner of Heaven. If you like true crime, if you like kind of gazing into like fundamentalism, however it is, this is the stuff for you. Oh, it's so good.
It's really
I've heard about it. I've been meaning to watch it.
Andrew Garfield is a treat every
it's
time.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
The man just doesn't miss, like, acting wise.
No, he doesn't. A show that I have been watching that maybe a lot of
He should have won the Oscar
watching.
last year
For Tick Tick Boom.
Or
Eyes of Tin.
No, that was the one he was nominated for. Yeah, he should have won for that one.
Tick Tick Boom. But there was somebody else who won it last year.
Will Smith.
Oh, that was the Slappening?
That was the Slappening. They're both for the same role. They're both going for the same thing.
Damn, we really are in the worst
I don't
timeline.
think Will Smith deserved it, but I remember somebody else. There was somebody else that, like, because I was predicting somebody else, but I said Andrew Garfield was a close
You're
second.
predicting Benedict Cumberbatch
Cumbersnatch?
for Power of the Dog.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, he deserved it. But I think Andrew Garfield was a close second. I think Will Smith did not deserve it at all. He's just, a more famous, more long-term standing actor than.
It's probably like a hey you it's like Leo DiCaprio, like, yeah, you did better films, but this is your time.
Yeah, he needed it for Wall Street so bad. Instead, he gets Revenant, which is, I guess, okay. Anyways, yeah.
Sorry, what show?
Yeah, what was your rec?
Oh, what show have I been watching?
Yeah, or like movie or whatever.
Da Boys.
Oh, I was just about to start it yesterday, but I didn't have the time.
Da Boys. Okay, can I say? Okay, are we gonna finish the podcast here? Maybe.
Perhaps. I mean, I have my recommendation in a bit, but sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. You want to say if The Boys is good, or I guess everyone already knows, right?
I like it a lot better than the second season. I did not like the second season. Third season's pretty fire right now. Positive representation of a good relationship turning into a bad relationship.
Neat.
All right.
All right, hon.
Speaking of relationships, RRR. Jesus, God, it's so good. It's so wild and so good. And I'm gonna turn the light on because it's getting dark.
What did you say?
RRR.
Oh.
It's so good. Like,
I didn't know a musical could like blend so well with an action movie.
Bollywood.
no, it's not even as Bollywood. But it's good. I don't want to say much. Just it's one of those movies where, like, I came for the action and then I stayed for the really good bromance. It's a 3-hour film though, so you better not have much to do that day.
But like it's in acts though. There's like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3.
Not officially, but yeah, it's a 3-act structure. You know when you're in the middle, you know when you're in the last third.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. Love it. I don't want to say anything. I want people going as blind as possible. It's
I'll be watching it, and I'll be watching The Black Phone.
the what?
The Black Phone.
Black Phone.
The Black Phone.
Okay.
Okay.
That actually looks pretty interesting. And Ethan
Yeah.
Hawke. I love Ethan Hawke. I love Ethan Hawke ever since I watched the Before trilogy. Because it's
I
like
thought you were gonna say Gattaca.
18. It's what the three movies are in the span of 27 years,
Mm-hmm.
and Ethan Hawke was like 20 in the first one.
So he was 47 in the last one?
He's like 50, I think, or something. I don't know.
No, how old was the actual actor?
How old was he when he made
Wait.
that?
It was actually 9 years apart in real life, too, right? You said
Yeah,
that earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
in real life.
Jeez.
Ethan Hawke. Let's see. So, he is 51 years old. He'll be turning 52 this year, November. He was born in 1970. That's easier. And then we go Before Sunrise. He was born in 1970. He was 25 or 24 when the movie came out, so he was 24 or 23 when they filmed.
So everyone, thank you for listening to our episode.
Joining us for a non-traditional episode, but an episode nonetheless.
I like these, honestly.
But
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
next time we will be doing 12 Monkeys. I will probably be watching it tonight.
Don't forget to give us a like, 5 stars, or whatever system you use for your podcast.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
There's a bell somewhere. I don't know. Go hit it.
Yeah, go hit the bell.
If you live in Pennsylvania, you better be brave and not run the cops. There's only one bell to hit.
You may hit it.
Crack it again. Crack it again. Anyways.
All right.
Yeah. Go watch some romance movies. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Tell us about your favorite romance movie on our social media.
Please. I love them.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Well,